Greetings, greetings, greetings. Hello and welcome to Marketing for Success. Now, I've got a lovely guest in with me today, Leanne Bier. Come on in. How are you?
Hi, I'm very good. Thank you, Karen. Lovely. Excited to be here.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a pleasure. We're talking today, Leanne and I, we're talking today about vision boards. And, I've actually never used a vision board, but I know a lot of people who have. And so I don't know a lot about them. So I'm hoping to learn some great tools and tips from Leanne today. Because Leanne is a vision board coach and she helps others to create a vision of what they want out of life. And this is for business owners. So what we'll talk today about how we can, amend that to help people to create a vision for their business. To enable you to focus more and know actually what it is that you want to achieve in life and business. So I think this is a great tool. It's a great thing to have. And this is the very first episode of this show. So thank you, Leanne, for kicking this show off.
Oh,
This
wow.
is awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah. So for people that aren't yet connected to you and don't yet know who you are and what you do, share a little bit about where you are and what you do.
So I'm in Brisbane at the moment, and we've been living in Brisbane for 3 years. And I started my business in January. It's called LB Me Creations. And really, what I do is I help people in business and women. Mostly, it seems to be women who have been attracted to my workshops, but really to get clarity about what they want in their life.
Sure.
And then once they have a clear picture of where they're going and what they want, they can then step out into the world and take that inspired action. And I do this
Mm.
in the form of a beautiful vision board workshop where the participants leave with an amazing vision board, but really it's not just about the pretty pictures, it's about getting clear. And I show them how to really get clear about what do they want.
Yeah, awesome. And I've seen some of the wonderful images that you have of the ladies that have come to your workshops. And they're huge boards and they're so colorful and amazing. And how did you get into it? How did you find an interest and an inspiration in creating these
Mm.
vision boards?
That's a great question. I did a vision board about 11 years ago, and I had an amazing, amazing success with that. I met my husband, and he proposed with the very ring that was on my vision board. I have goosebumps
Oh,
as we speak. So that's actually on my blog, the full story of that. But then I sort of drifted away doing a lot of things I thought I should be doing. And about a year ago, I had this really burning desire that I wanted to really step out into the world and really stop playing small. And when I closed the chapter in my old career, about 2 days later, this idea came across my path. So I belong to a greater community in the United States, led by an amazing coach. Her name's Christine Kane.
yeah,
And I just went through the process of how to set this all up and really made it my own. To
stunning.
show, to really share and show people um, that they can be anything that they want to be, because I've done it, I've experienced it, I love it,
Yeah.
and that's how I got into it in January.
Yeah, great ambassador, great advocate of it because you actually got your own benefit there. You managed to find a fella and got the ring you wanted, and this is awesome. So, for people like myself, I have seen them and I kind of have a little of an idea about them, but I've never used them. How would you introduce someone to doing a vision board?
Mm-hmm. I think I would really just bring it back to not the board itself as yet. I would really look at what is the intention? How do you want to? And I would look at the coming year. How do you want to be over the coming year? How do you want to
Okay.
be in the world? So whether you're a business owner or not, but even as a business owner, you are your business. So when looking at the various aspects in your life, if you're continuously in a reactionary mode and not a creative mode,
Mm,
you are going to be at the effect of everything else in the world. So
yeah.
bringing it back to I'm the cause, I am going to be in a creative state. And I don't mean creative like painting or, yes, the boards are creative. So
Mm,
what happens is getting your intentions clear about how you want to be in the world, what you want to have in your business, and what you want to have in your life and in your family. And then really looking at, well, how do I know what my intentions are if I don't have the clarity?
Sure.
So then we do some exercises to get really clear, because a lot of us have started to become doing shoulds. We do a lot of shoulds. We should be doing this, should be doing that. And we have these amazing ideas while we're driving in the car or in the shower, and then nothing happens with them. So really to just be in a state of creation, and so in that space, to get the ideas coming of how you want to see your business, where you're going, not just about the money, about the people you are attracting into your life, and then taking that action. So once you've got all of that, which is not so easy to figure out when you're driving and doing day-to-day things and worrying about, is the money coming in or isn't it coming in, or those kind of things, you're in your left brain, logical planning brain, the ideas don't come. So once you're in that amazing state, then the ideas can come and you go with what delights you.
Yeah. Wow.
Then you
There's
can
a lot.
create your vision board. Then you're really going with what delights you, what lights you up, and following that intuition that's always there. It's always there.
Absolutely. Wow. Wow. There's a lot in that 2 minutes that you just shared. Let's unpack a little bit of that, because it's not like you see when you see your pictures of your workshops, you see the end result, and there's a lot of work that has gone in behind that, isn't there? It's not simply sit down and you cut some magazines up and you fight and use some nice sticky glue and you stick things and it's all nice and creative. There's a lot of coaching and thinking and emoting going on behind what you're actually going to create in that end result. And do you find that people come to you with like, how do people come to you? Do they have a finished version of what they want to create, or are they still very in the early stages of it's a desire, it's something I've thought about for a lot of years, but I'm not really certain. Do you get across the board of
It's a bit of a mix of everything. It's a great question, because I've had some people, entrepreneurs, coming with a clear picture of what they want, and that even sometimes changes, where they go, wow, I didn't realize actually I've been playing small. I had a couple of coaches in one of my workshops, and I said something that I often say, and she said it really hit home. She'd been asking for what she thought she could get instead of what she really wanted. So people come with sometimes no idea or a lot and lots of ideas, and then they want to get the focus in, because there's just so many ideas, and how do I focus on all these ideas? Or some people come with, I don't know what I want. I've been doing things for so many other people, or so many things I should be doing. I've lost track of what I want. So it's a great mix of that. Yes.
Yeah. So how do you I'm just thinking if you've got quite a mixed bag of people from who have never done this before and really don't know what they want at that point, to right through to people, I know what I need, I know what I want, I know what my desires are, and I know I want to create it. Do you do different types of workshops, or do you manage to encompass all that in one mixed group? How does that work?
So I have a small group of people. I don't do any more than 10. And that allows the sharing to take place, because a lot of the benefit comes from hearing what other people have to say. We do a little exercise in the beginning that they do on their own. So it's individual work of really going within themselves. And then when they share that, the lights really come on, and they hear, oh, I didn't know. Oh, I'm going to borrow that. Or so you can have people coming in with a clear picture and people without, but the mix together is really what brings that benefit and that energy of going, wow, things are really possible for me.
Yeah, because sometimes when you're doing this by yourself, you have a one-tracked mind, and sometimes that's not necessarily the best thing, because sometimes it's good to get input from a lot of different people, isn't it?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say the input from other people, because that sometimes detracts us from what we're listening to in our heart.
Okay.
But what I really, what I like about what you said is that when you're on your own, you have your own thought pattern and your own mindset, and then it's not always easy to get those new ideas. I
Sure.
listened to an awesome podcast the other day where the guy said, we're always ordering off the menu from what we already know. So
That's
you're
good.
stuck in your own little, I know this, I want this, these are my goals, I want to get that, and this
Yeah.
is how I'm going to get there. But there might be a million other synchronicities and possibilities to get you there.
Sure.
So you can,
So
of course,
let's
you can create a vision board at home, but it's a different energy when you're in this
yeah.
group. Mm.
So let's talk about, for people that are watching or going to watch on the replay, and think, I would really love to do this. So they've got an idea of what it is that they want to achieve. How long do these boards normally take to get from beginning to end, or is it just different for everyone?
The workshop is 6 hours. And it sounds really long at first, but in the end, everyone's going, "Oh, I want more time. I want to stay longer. I haven't done everything I want to do." But a week before the workshop, the participants get given some pre-work to do,
Yeah.
which gets them thinking,
Okay.
and really helps them to get a little bit of focus. And people have said to me, "Wow, thank you for that. I hadn't really thought of those things before."
Okay.
And then the workshop is 6 hours, and it's structured in a way that the second half is the actual board making. The first half is really reflection, going within, finding the delight, and then going through the magazines in that beautiful space. And that's how the
Okay.
things of delight come through.
Do people bring with them their ready-made images, or is it something that you provide the magazines and the books and the pictures, and they choose from those?
So I provide all the magazines. If someone wanted to bring their own images, they're very welcome to. Pretty much they could find anything that they've been looking for. And what's really exciting is that people come up with images where I think, wow, that's perfect for what you wanted. How did you
Yeah,
find that picture?
yeah.
But yes, people bring a photograph of themselves. Important to put yourself in the middle of the vision board.
Okay.
And then I provide everything else. And if there's a specific thing that they really want or are attached to and they want to bring it with, by all means, yes, there are no rules in that regard.
Stunning. So, do you follow up with your folk in terms of, do you have follow-up workshops to see if their vision boards, or even follow-up consultations? I'm just interested to see how they implement what they've
Yes.
created with their vision board, because it's all right kind of creating nice pictures and having a great idea and a desire of what you want to achieve, but at the end of the day, you've got to implement it, haven't you?
Yes.
You've got to kind of look at that. So what's the idea behind having a vision board? What does it help people to do that it doesn't help people just having it inside their head?
So once the vision board is created, I really encourage the participants to look at that every day. Now they're excited about it. Sometimes if you've created a vision board with things that you think you should be doing, you look at it, there isn't really that excitement. So now they're excited about it. And then the very last step that's important in this process is taking the inspired action. So listening to the little messages out there, or when you're driving down the road and you see something that makes you think of that thing, you're now in that energetic space to step in and take that action. Nothing's going to happen if you don't take any action. But the action is really coming from an inspired place rather than a reactionary, I should be doing something space. And so really looking at that vision board that they're excited about, they have a clear picture of where they're going, puts them in that energy of wanting to take one step in front of the other without that fear as well. That some people say, oh, I have this fear of, I don't have confidence, or I procrastinate, or I don't. Now they are in that space, and yes, it's up to them. But to answer your first question about the follow-up is, I have a private Facebook group, and the participants then, after a few months, they share, this is what's happened with me.
Good.
Or this is where I'm stuck, or I had this closure of something, because that could also be the end of something, could also be the beginning, and they'll share that with the group and with me.
Great.
Yeah. I'm doing
That's nice.
Sorry, Karen. I am
Go
doing
ahead.
a reunion and in December for everyone who's come this year to
Oh,
come
good.
and just share where they're at, where they're stuck, because clarity is
Fabulous.
it's not an event. It's an ongoing thing.
Yes.
Having
Yes.
clarity and focus. So yeah.
And like you said, I like that. That's awesome because that brings people together in a social gathering as well as just a task to do. Do you know what I mean? But I like the idea of that the vision board is maybe perhaps even just a starting point. It's not necessarily the end product, and you can keep presumably sticking pictures over pictures that are not relevant to you anymore, and or creating new boards that mean more to you. So it's an
Absolutely.
ongoing process.
I've had a lady who's attended twice already because the first one was very much focused on her career. Her business just took off. Her cash flow just increased. And then she brought her mum to another workshop recently because she just said all these things have happened. I need a new board because now my focus, I want to include my family and I want to do all these other things. So it's an ongoing thing. So yes, you're right. It is a starting point, and I'm in contact with a fair amount of the participants in the community. I see them and they're just beaming. I can see the energy radiating out of some of them. I can see the changes and that's really why I do it. It's just, I love it. I love seeing that in people.
Yeah, I can tell you do. I can sense your energy even across the airwaves. And I think that's awesome. I think your enthusiasm will obviously rub off in the people and and inspiring them and encouraging them to be, to kind of not have those self-limiting kind of beliefs about what they can and can't. Because a vision board it doesn't have to be the real thing. It can be anything, can't it? It can be absolutely anything. There are no limitations to what you create on there.
Yeah, and that's what I encourage is to really stop thinking about what you think you might get and ask for what you really want. Really, it's absolutely anything you can dream and have.
Absolutely. So how can people get hold of you, Leanne, for some consultation or to attend one? You're in Brisbane, aren't you? Is that where you run the groups? Yeah.
Yes. So I run the workshops in Brisbane. I have actually had a couple of friends that are overseas that I've helped create their vision boards online. So I love that as well. But I'm in Brisbane. For those of you who are watching live, I am running the final workshop at the end of November. And you can reach me on my website, on my Facebook page. And I think you're going to have all that in the notes as well, Karen.
Absolutely. I'll be putting those out on the show notes. I believe I've got them. If I haven't, I'll be asking for them. I'm pretty sure we've got them. So yes, I'll be sharing this around with everyone. So it's been a great pleasure learning about the vision boards and their purpose and the function and how well they do for people. And yes, anyone who is interested, do give Leanne a good old shout out because I'm sure she'll be able to help you in one way or another.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you today. And again, thank you for being my first guest on the Marketing for Success show.
Yeah, thank you, Karen. Bye.
Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye for now. Wait. What a way to kick off a new show. Hey, and tell me, guys, in private, if you want to, or on the show, what you think about the new show. Is it something that is going to work for you? If you're an expert in something and you want to come on and share what it is that you do, I would love to have you on the show. This is a show that I do in my group for health practitioners, business success. So if you want to come on the show and you want me to share that with my group, I would love to have what you do to help my audience. And of course, as you come on the show, you get to be shared around too. So you get to get into my audience to tell them what you do. So it's a win-win-win-win situation. So I'm going to leave you today with a thought of the vision boards and what you can do and how you can implement that in your work, in your business, in your life to enable you to go and be and do what it is that you want to do in your life, business, or it just in pleasure. Sometimes it's about leisure and pleasure. Oh, you're not doing enough of that either. Best of luck with all that. All for now. Bye-bye. Talk to you again soon.